You will never know this, but I filmed this once, dropped my phone, and yeah, let's just say this video was almost not made, but I am going to make it. Why? You will find out. Okay, so what I was talking about, which I did, and I filmed the entire video upside down, so I had to delete it. But it's okay. Maybe I'm supposed to make it again, right? So I basically want to talk about my week 2 of my artist recovery, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, it is basically I am reading this book, The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and I'm trying to get back into writing and other things, basically trying to beat burnout. And what else? Yes. So there's this paragraph in this book that made me want to show something, read out something, like basically journal entry which I made a couple of days back after I got back from one of my artist dates. So first I'll read that paragraph so that you know the context of why I'm doing this, torturing myself right now. Okay. So it says here, as your recovery progresses, you will come to experience a more comfortable faith in your creator and your creator within. You will learn that it is actually easier to write than not write, paint than not paint, and so forth. You will learn to enjoy the process of being a creative channel and to surrender your need to control the result. You will discover the joy of practicing your creativity. The process, not the product, will become your focus. Your own healing is the greatest message of hope for others. Now, I was reading this and I marked it and I was like, yeah, it's right. I mean, how is anybody ever supposed to inspire others if they're not sharing what they're going through? And I understand a major part of that which stops us from doing it is basically us feeling like we are rambling on, trauma dumping on others, or being inconvenient. And sometimes some people are, I'm not going to lie, some people are like, we don't want to hear about everyone else's problems because we're going through a lot ourselves, right? But then everything doesn't have to be a problem statement, right? You could just be sharing your experience. And I hope this video is that, because I am filming this for the second time. I don't know if I'm going to post it. If it's too ugly or too much, I won't. But then again, I said that for the previous video and I still did it, right? So maybe I will post it. Who knows? But yeah, like I was saying, I wanted to share something here, which is the whole point of this. I wrote a journal entry a couple of days back. I was out on my artist date, which again the writer Julia Cameron encourages you to go on. Basically, go on your artist date is basically go do anything by yourself. No friends, no family, nothing. Just do it by yourself. And I had not left the house for a month. So I was like, I have to do something. I have to do something. So I did. I went and I got chocolate shake for myself, all by myself. And listen, it's a big deal for me, okay? I don't go out. But while I got that and I was coming back home, on the way back, I was thinking and wondering okay, fine, I did this for myself, now what, right? And it got me thinking, and when I start thinking, I want to write. So that night I got back home and I think I was doing something and I didn't want to write. Usually I write it on my journal, right? But I didn't want to write that day. I was like, I'm too tired, I'm too exhausted, I don't want to do it. But something in me said that you have to write, okay? Because if you don't write this, it's going to get out of your head. It's a raw channeled message kind of, it should get out of your head and onto a paper or something. So I typed it out, and I don't know if it's good, but I think I'm still going to share it with someone. Maybe there's somebody out there who wants to find something that touches them or makes them not feel like they're all alone, right? I have written it because there's no name for this. It's not even a poem, it's basically a journal entry. But while I was writing it, it turned out to be a poem. I think it has a lot of grammatical errors too. But anyway, see, my inner critic is coming out. But no, anyway, I'll read it, right? Okay, so here goes. There is in every soul a hush before the fire, a long silence before the song. I was 3 years old when I first heard it. Not in words, no, but in music, in breath, in something older than speech. I sang then, not as performance, but as instinct. The way birds know dawn by scent alone. I was not told I was an artist, I simply was. In time, I found books, ghosts pressed into paper. The Traveler's Ghost came to me at 11, and I met the strange and the unspoken. A shiver down the spine that felt like home. From that point on, I lived among stories. Their world was firmer underfoot than my own, their logic clearer, their shadows more honest. By 13, I split in two. One self walked through the day, the other bled into the page at dusk, and again before dawn. Twice a day I wrote, not as indulgence, but as a lifeline. My journals grew like vines, roots through the marrow. And at 15, I made a world, whole and breathing. I shaped a fantasy novel with the bare bones of wonder. I had no map, no compass, only the fierce rhythm of creation itself. It did not ask for permission. It simply arrived. But 17 brought forgetting. It began quietly, a folding of wings. I called it practicality. I named it growing up. But truly, I was learning the vocabulary of vanishing, of silencing the parts of me too wild, too watchful, too full of want. I left behind the sacred, the strange, the me who dared to burn with no promise of applause. It is a cruel thing to abandon the self, but crueler still to do it so politely that no one notices. I became agreeable, digestible, safe. And in return, I was rewarded the smiles, nods, and a soft place to fall. But the fire, it smoldered in secret. Now I sit again in my childhood room. Among the relics, the old journals still breathe, not in ink, but in memory. And the voice I once buried speaks now, not in whispers, but in thunder. You are meant for meaning. You are meant to be remembered, it says. And I do. I remember that I'm an honest maker, vulnerable, watchful, the kind who sees too much and feels even more. It is not weakness, it is the burden of the artist to live with your skin turned inward. In my darkest hours, I have birthed the brightest truths. In stagnation, I have found the river. And now, at 2 a.m., alone, I meet the truest version of myself. Not adorned, not ashamed, just real. A ghost of my own design who has waited faithfully to be invited back. And so, this is not just a journal entry, it is a resurrection. To the girl I was, I carry you still. To the girl I am, you are forgiven. To the woman I am becoming, stay wild, stay strange, stay yours. And if ever again you feel the pull to forget, return here, to this room, to this ink, to this holy unbecoming fire, for you were never lost, only waiting to be remembered. I wish I could do the mic drop thing, but I'm sure it's not that good. Are you okay? I think that marks the end of the video. I just dropped you guys. I hope okay, I'll stop now. Anyways, I hope you find this inspiring, fun, you connect with it. It nudges something in your soul to write, create, paint, dance, whatever. Like, do it. Who cares? Don't show it to the world if you don't want to do it. Do it for yourself. And be brave, be creative, and stay wild. Thank you.